No, this is wild. I'm not gonna lie. But yo, real life. You know, this shit could happen to you.
Okay.
Okay, so the title is, Am I a terrible person for not wanting to have a baby with my boyfriend because I think his first kid is ugly? Like, right off the bat, bro. Right off the bat, dog.
That's rough.
Imagine, fam.
It takes two to tango.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
No,
Why not look at
Imagine-
who he reproduced with?
Imagine
what I'm
someone
saying.
looked at you like, I don't think you can produce for
Yeah,
your
I'm
genes aren't
sorry.
it. Your
I'm
genes
sorry,
aren't
man.
it. That's what she's
I'm sorry.
saying.
I don't know if I can do this with you. Yeah, we're not gonna procreate.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And that's your man.
That's wild.
Oh,
man.
man.
Okay, let me get to the gist of it.
Go ahead.
Let's get some context.
All right.
Okay, so they already start this by saying, I already know how this sounds. I'm bracing for judgment. But I really needed to say this somewhere because I feel like I'm spiraling in over my own head trying to make sense of this.
Okay.
I'm in my late 20s,
Right.
and I've been seeing this guy for a little over a year now. He's actually amazing, supportive, emotionally mature, great communicator, and has a stable job, doesn't run from conflict, the whole deal.
Green flags.
He's honestly the kind of guy you would dream about meeting in your mid-20s after surviving a few emotionally unavailable man-children.
Got it.
Physically, I'm attracted to him. He's tall, solid frame, really nice eyes. I'm into him. But, ... And here's where things get bad. I've met his son from a previous relationship, and well, this kid is not cute. Like at
He's
all.
the ugly kid.
Like at all. I thought I was just being harsh at first when I first saw him, so I tried to give it time, hoping it would just be me.
What was
being-
her initial reaction to the kid? Oh my god. Hi.
It's like she saw her future, man.
Like, damn.
Yo, it's like, nah. Oh, I'm
Then I
good.
tried to give it time, hoping it would just be me being judgy, but nope, still not cute.
All right.
And then I met more of his family.
Okay.
Cousins, siblings, his mom.
Oh.
Now I'm sitting here thinking, is he the only person in this family that had the average genes in his family? I'm not looking at this.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
god.
So she's saying-
why the whole family's ugly.
She's saying he comes from an ugly family.
Oh
I got
my
you.
god.
I
okay.
got you.
It's not just the looks thing either. It's this creeping worry that I have if we stay together and have a baby, that there's a very real chance that child might not look like me.
It's a possibility. Yeah.
And I know how cruel the world can be, especially to kids who aren't conventionally attractive. I've seen it. I grew up on the receiving end of some.
Hey, wait, what? Pause. So she's ugly too?
I guess
She's ugly too.
She's saying I grew up on the receiving end of it myself.
Yo, what?
Until
I never got that. I never took that in.
until puberty hit and I got pretty.
Okay,
That's-
I got you.
Okay,
That's
all
fair.
right,
She
fair.
saved herself.
Fair, okay.
Fair enough.
okay.
That left a mark, and that's not something I want to pass down. I haven't told anybody about this in real life because I know how awful it sounds, and I feel horrible for thinking this way, especially because I love this man and he's done absolutely nothing wrong. But I cannot shake the feeling that if we were to have a child together and that child does not get the lucky side of the gene pool, I'll resent the situation. Not the kid, hopefully not the kid, but myself.
Yeah, how can you look at your kid and say, "Yo, my kid's
That's
ugly"?
mod, right?
That's crazy.
There's no kid even here yet.
Yeah.
That's the theory of it.
No parent in the world is gonna look at their kid. I mean, they'll be like, okay, you know what? They grow up a little bit. Damn, you a bit.
You'll fill out, you know, like
Yeah, you fill out.
keep
You
the hope
fill out,
alive, you know
man.
what I mean?
Throw some braces on them.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you know,
100%,
like,
get a gym membership.
bro,
You know?
there's things you can do.
Build the baby.
Build the baby.
Yeah. Build a baby, like build a bear workshop.
Build the baby. You know, there's
Build a-
opportunity
That's crazy.
to get this right.
So to end off, she says, and that's a scary thing to admit. So I'm stuck. Do I humble myself and accept that love is more than genetics and vanity? Or am I being proactive by admitting that this might not be the future I want to find myself locked into and be silently bitter? So be honest with me. Am I being superficial or really self-aware?
That's
That brings up another question that I have for you guys.
What's that?
So picking out a partner,
Okay.
how important is looks in this situation?
That's a great question, brother.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Because if you're the type
a great
of
question.
person like her that thinks about what their kids are looking like, is that like something that you actively look for in a relationship, or when you're pursuing somebody? Is like, okay, the looks, not because I just want to look at this person and say, oh my god, they're good looking, but I'm fighting for my future kids.
Okay, that's a good question right here.
Yeah.
Look, you have a
That's,
diagram.
no,
Yeah.
You know why? You know why? Because I wasn't able to live out my dream of being an NBA player. You understand me?
Okay, I get you.
And that's because I wasn't blessed in the gene pool with height. Okay,
You're looking for Angel Reese.
that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is,
He's looking for Angel Reese.
Yeah, he's
what I'm saying is, brother, I'm trying to find a wife who's 6'7"
Brittany Griner.
because I relax.
hey, hey, you gotta take what you can get.
No.
Don't be greedy.
No. I'm okay. If Angel Reese showed up,
That's Angel.
marriage.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Not Brittany
Yeah.
Griner.
But not
She's
not
like
her.
6'10", bro.
That's fine. That's totally fine, bro.
okay.
I want my kid to live out the dream.
So you're not looking.
couldn't
You're
have.
not looking for looks though. You're looking for like, okay, it's like Serena Williams and LeBron James.
That's what I'm
having a kid.
saying, man.
Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You're trying to make a Yao Ming baby.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying,
yeah,
bro.
I see.
yeah.
Because visual, like I can give him the physical look. You know.
Yeah.
He's handsome because he's connected to me. He's a handsome kid.
Okay, fair.
But I need my wife to come with that genetic pool. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna bless him that way.
But bro, you know, it's a lottery system, the genetic stuff. You know,
Oh my
because you can come from a family that's a bunch of giants, whatever,
Right, yeah.
and you could be like 6 foot, like just average. Dude.
6'4" can make it.
I can make it, yeah, of course. But you know, when you're rolling the dice like that, you were hoping that okay, the kid was like,
I'm
6'5".
gonna put my everything into school for this kid. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
work.
So how you guys going about this?
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I'm gonna have to contradict my original statement from this video. Go
Okay.
watch that video, by the way.
Okay.
The uglier you are, the better it'll be for you to compensate. You know, like some sort of personality in you, like we were saying before, right?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, the last video.
Yeah, the earlier video we watched about
Yeah.
how,
Okay,
how he
gotcha.
was saying how like the people who weren't conventionally beautiful growing up, how they've
They
kind
had
of
to make up for it in
morphed.
other
Yeah, they
ways.
morphed
Yeah.
their personality to be likable or like
Focused on
be
other
around-
things.
Exactly. So you're kind of just you're losing that aspect of like building character
Oh,
by searching for attractiveness. You're
Right.
almost making it seem like your kid's gonna have less personality by making them more
I want
attractive.
my kid to be funny. No, that's a good point. So
Mm.
I want my kid.
Just let God do His work.
Yeah.
Well, why not? Why not do? Why can't your kid be both funny and good looking?
That is true. If you
Unlikely.
find like
Unlikely.
Yeah.
to go back to your question, yes, I feel like attraction very much matters, but it should not be like in the sense of this person writing the story, like superficial. You
Yeah.
should not be
No,
superficial.
but you'd
about
be
it.
surprised. A lot of people when they like, I've had these. Actually, funny enough, I've had this discussion before, and a person literally told me they're like, if I'm looking for a significant other, I try to picture what my kids will look like.
Really?
Yeah.
But how do they know though? Realistically, what did they just thinking about what I and this person
What our
would-
genes would look like
Could
together.
bring together.
But
Yeah.
that's you can't think about that.
Hey man, the brain is a.
How did that
special
conversation
thing.
go?
So that's basically how that person approaches it. Is
Okay.
like, okay, you know what? If I'm looking for a partner, like, I have to see that, I feel like our children would look,
X, Y, and Z?
I want to have good looking children. Basically, is the conversation.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some people that do think that way, man.
But is it like if you're trying to have good looking children, is it that you're gonna be looking for an extra attractive partner?
exactly,
So that's what it is?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball, he didn't succeed at the good-looking. That's subjective, but he succeeded at the athletic gene. His wife is apparently a super athlete, and so was he.
Yeah.
And he had 3 kids in the NBA.
Who's this?
LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, he went looking.
That's the
he was
dude
trying
I'm
to make.
talking
He was trying to make the prototype children
Exactly.
in searching for in a partner. So
Yeah.
I get that. I get that.
That's like what Shay, his dad, his mom, I think his mom was like a runner, right?
Was
She
it
was
the
like a
word?
track star.
Yeah.
Oh, she's an
Yeah, she's like a
athlete.
track
So
star,
both
yeah.
both parents are athletes.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
Same
they
thing
made
for
it.
JaVale McGee. Yeah, his mom was an Olympic track runner.
That I'm
His
aware
dad
of,
was a
yeah.
player, basketball
Okay.
player.
I
And
got
his mom
you.
was in WNBA.
Yeah, his mom was in the WNBA. So like
Got
you know,
you.
they're making athletes at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like Bam and what's the girl that he's
AJ
dating
Wilson, right? Yeah,
AJ
yeah.
Wilson,
AJ,
bro.
yeah.
That's not even fair,
That's-
man. They're gonna
Oh.
they're gonna make some paint beasts. 100%.
Glass cleaners, right?
bunch of Victor Wembanyama's.
Oh, that's true.
Gotta monitor their
That's
relationship, bro. Yo,
Oh man.
gotta make sure you shelter those babies, bro. Like,
100%, fam. Like they're dire wolves. You have to take care of them, fam.
And he's Nigerian.
Yeah, bro.
That strength is there.
Yeah, the strength is there, bro.
Oh,
the
man.
That's true.
the athleticism, bro. The height, man. It's just like
I don't. I think that's the thing is though, I don't pay too much mind to it because I feel like what's in your brain matters the most. You know what I
course.
mean?
I agree.
That-
bro. Can we agree that being more attractive in this world, you get pretty privilege?
Yeah.
No matter if you're a man or a woman, you know? You do. You
yeah.
do.
There's a lot of, I don't know if this is just a celebrity thing. There's a lot of beautiful celebrity women that they're not married. Same thing with the men.
I think
So
charisma
they
matters.
get the
the most.
relationship, but
Yeah.
can you keep them with the looks?
Right.
Charisma really matters.
You get them with the looks, you keep them with the personality.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it is.
But the point of the story, this woman was trying to make it like so her future kid didn't lose in the
He's
gene
not even the
pool.
ugly one in his family.
True, fair enough. But she's looking at the lineage. She looked at his
She's
mom.
looking at his kid.
Imagine someone looked at your mom like, yo.
Yeah, nope. No, sir. Not me.
Imagine you're not dating a girl because her mom's ugly. That's mad.
It's wild.
Like, yo,
bro.
we can't date anymore. Your mom's hurt. Your dad's hurt. Your
Because
sister's
that's your
hurt.
future.
Yeah, that's what she
Yeah,
sees.
that's you if we accelerated 50 years. Hey, no thanks.
Nah, I look at the personality of a girl's mom. That's what I'll look at. But
Yeah.
if a girl ever said, "Yo, I can't do this because your mom," I swear restraining order right there. I'm putting a restraining order on her because I'm setting her house on fire.
Oh, yeah, this guy's
Yo,
going
it's
OD.
like even you see that billionaire that offered like this was back in the day. I don't know how true it is, but like it was said that there was a billionaire that offered LeBron and like Serena Williams to
Yeah,
I
have
heard
a
about
child
this.
yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
just to see what they would have
Yeah.
like genetically, you know, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
pretty wild.
They would
Think
have
about
some
it.
genius kids, bro. And no, athletic kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Elon Musk would do something like that.
He would.
He has, I
swear
mean,
he
he
would.
has plenty of those.
Let's be real. Let's be real. That's what this guy's making kids like cars, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you got that much money, bro, well, might as well
100%.
start your own army.
Is this something that's important to you guys?
What?
Like, if you were to look at your partner, and your partner is a beautiful woman, but let's say she has, in your opinion, ugly siblings, ugly parents, ugly cousins, ugly blah blah blah. But her herself, she's a pretty girl.
Listen, I'm a high roller, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna take my
I'm
chance.
taking what I have at home. Not what's outside the house.
high roller. I'm gonna take my
You
chance.
roll?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Let her rock.
That's like saying, yo, okay, her siblings are criminals. My child might end up becoming a criminal.
Good point.
You know, like
A little different because one is genetically something that you can't control. Another one is a behavior that you can't control.
I think behaviors are something that you can.
Behavior you can control,
Yeah, true.
which is the criminal thing that you spoke
Yeah.
about. But genetically, you can't control if you're ugly.
Yeah.
Can I deepen this scenario a little bit for you guys?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Let's
hit
go
your
deeper.
moral parts, okay?
Pause.
Hey, yo. My apologies. I apologize.
You just be a juvenile.
My apologies. This guy got me.
Let's
He
say-
got me.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's say,
Got me.
let's say the person's family
Yeah.
has a history of like some sort of like mental illness.
See, that's something I would actually consider.
But how do you even like? What? But if they don't tell you, but they have like a sibling that's like locked up in the dungeons of Cam H or something.
Oh, you
That's
mean
another
like
thing too. Like if it's not expressed or not,
It's hidden.
information not divulged to you in any way.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, and it's hidden.
Is that a red flag?
that's
And it's like
that's a good
multiple
question.
siblings.
Let's
That's
say,
a
yeah,
good
like-
question.
yeah.
Because let's say you found a girl, right? And then her family has like in the past, all the women in the family have had breast cancer, you know, and because of that, they have passed away.
Well, I was gonna say like even along the lines of something that could affect your immediate child. You know, like let's say
Okay.
like their family has history of like Down syndrome or something like very effective in a life that would
Great question.
can be passed
Okay.
down to your children someday.
Yeah.
Like, do you teeter the line a little differently? Like, how do you approach that relationship?
You know, there's two sides of it. One, which is the shallow side, where I'm gonna be like, no, I don't want that. But realistically, what I would actually think about is, because I'm Muslim, I would take that as a obstacle that Allah gave me, and just take that as a blessing that maybe that could be my doorway to Jannah. If I took care of this child that I was blessed with, and because of the condition that they have, they can't control it. But what I can control is how I impact them and how I raise them. And I want them to be good kids, and I don't want their condition to defy who they are.
Yeah.
You know? So I would go through with it, even though I know it's going to be a harder life. I don't want to be shallow and block blessings for myself
Yeah.
because of what couldn't be down the pipeline.
I have a question for you then. If you had the opportunity to stop that,
Yeah.
let's just say you were given that kind of opportunity to stop your child from having Down syndrome,
Yeah.
would you do that, or would you accept the fact that this is what they have?
Like, how would I stop it though?
So like even like right now, like it's funny enough that because we were talking about this, but I was reading in an article recently that Japan, like these scientists,
Yeah.
they've been working in the lab and playing with the cells and stuff like that, and they were
Yeah, I read
able to
about that too.
extract
I read about that too.
extra chromosome that leads to like Down syndrome. So it's like
Okay.
if you were in that position where you can kind of manipulate something like that before it happens, would you
Yeah.
do it?
But before you, what's the pitfall though?
I don't know. That's a great question.
It's
But
a
let's
new-
just say there isn't.
It's a new discovery.
It's a new discovery.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
don't
if
know.
that option was
Yeah.
presented to you, like, hey, you know, there's a possibility of your child having this, but you know, with X, Y, and Z, we can, you know, there's a possibility of getting rid of that.
Yeah.
I mean, this may sound selfish, but I would do it. Because like, yo, niggas aren't being raised with polio anymore. You
know
know, 'cause
what?
there's vaccines
okay.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think about it in the same light.
That's a little different though, because one is you're giving somebody the body their like you didn't really change anything. You just gave them the resistance to battle that.
Yeah.
Compared to if I was to be like genetically modify my child, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
playing the role of God.
That is true. People do that.
know?
They're like, oh, I want my kid to have blue eyes.
Yeah, like you know, like
I'm against that.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can.
People,
Customize a baby?
yes, bro.
Yes.
The billionaires are doing this, fam. They're like, I want my kid to be blonde, blue eyes, certain skin tone, and they just like with like the whole. I think the process is it's surrogacy, right? It's
Surrogate.
yeah,
Yeah.
surrogacy.
Yeah.
So where they harvest your eggs and whatnot, and then they put the sperm in the egg, and they have the ability to manipulate the features
Yeah,
of the child from that process.
the code.
The genetic DNA can be.
That is so messed up.
That's
like-
that's what's happening.
That's very superficial though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like removing like something that can, you know, actually like impact their life.
Yeah, like
you know,
you're-
living a normal
Fair
life.
enough,
That's the
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
You know, I'm
if-
not
if the
here to
intention-
just grow blonde
I got
hair.
That's the
Like,
thing. You know,
I got
if the intention is to remove burden,
burden, yeah.
then I feel like that's good intention.
You know, in one hand, I will feel very bizarre playing the role of God, but on the other hand, I see an easier life, the life I would probably want to have with my kid, where it's a normal childhood. Blah, they go to school, they make friends,
Yeah.
no difficulty, and basically they would have a better life.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, at the other hand, I don't want to play the role of God and take away something that was meant to be. You know, if that was how it was written, I don't want to take an eraser and take away the writing.
Or maybe it was written that
To do that?
this invention was to happen or whatever, and this was like a means to like help
Yeah.
you.
I would, truth be told, I'd probably talk about it with an Islamic scholar in order to
True.
see
But that's why I
if
brought up
it's
the,
possible.
That's why I brought up
Yeah.
the polio comparison because
Yeah.
1800s people were dying of polio like just the flu.
Yeah,
you know. So
and plus, if you were able to, like, let's just say, science came up with a whatever, some sort of way of, you know, changing that once the kid is born or living. You know, like they can reverse that whole
like a vaccine.
Yeah, like a vaccine that gets rid of, like, let's say Down syndrome or whatever.
Okay.
What's the difference between doing it now in their lifetime and doing it before?
That's a great way to put it.
You know.
So if there was a way to prevent it with like
And would you
medicine.
take your kids? Yeah, prevent it with medicine. Like, would you take your kid and be like, okay, you know, this kid's been living 15 years with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Then suddenly, you're like, it's just a normal.
Yo, I watched a
You know,
movie. I
that's
watched
what-
a,
Crazy, isn't that kind of wild though?
I watched a movie that's not this scenario exactly,
Yeah.
but it was a
Yeah.
movie starring Robin Williams, and
Okay.
this really happened in real life. There was some kind of like, and this is probably like in the 1930s and 40s. This happened.
Yeah.
Right? There was some kind of like disease going around after the war. I think it started because people's exposure to mustard gas or something like that.
Okay.
But people in like North America were becoming like mentally disabled to the point where they couldn't speak at all. Like they
Gotcha.
were just like vegetables, you know?
Okay.
And then this doctor came up with some kind of like form of therapy
Yeah.
to help them get out of this like state. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
And this was like a huge breakthrough at the time. People were just turning into vegetables and they were just being kept in these mental facilities and whatnot. But this one doctor came up with this strategy to kind of wake them up. And some of them actually did wake up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? I don't remember exactly what he used. It's some sort of medicine practice, but he woke them up and they got out of their like state.
Yeah.
And they started to like have a tough time adjusting to the world because some of them have been in that state for like
Gotcha.
20 years and stuff like that, right?
Interesting.
So a lot of them, I mean, the real story is that a lot of them ended up committing suicide and they couldn't handle life and stuff like that because they were living life as a vegetable and then they were being asked to do certain things.
So
for
when given the
themselves.
power to have autonomy,
exactly,
they didn't know what to do with it.
exactly, it kind of just ruined their lives and they
But I-
spiraled
So
out
basically,
to-
what you're saying, like,
Yeah.
sometimes ignorance could be bliss.
in a sense.
Yeah,
in a
but
sense.
but the scenario that he's saying, it's like you can control it before they even know what life is.
That is true.
You know?
That's an
Yeah.
option.
So you know something that made me think about your point is, let's say a nose job, okay? Let's say a person got a nose job because they didn't like their nose, compared to somebody got a nose job because their nose got broken off.
oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If
Like
you
a
look at
UFC
it,
fighter.
if you look at it one way, it's halal. If you look at it the other way, it's haram. You know, depending on your intention, it can be fine.
One's a necessity.
Yeah.
One's just like,
So using that same thought process, it sounds permissible to me to maybe control it at the beginning, where I can control if they have Down syndrome because it's providing them a better life, you know? Does that make sense? Compared to me being selfish and being like, I want my kid to have blonde hair, blue eyes, because that's something I consider beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Because in theory, we want the
Yeah.
world to not have Down syndrome anymore.
Exactly.
And not have any
Yeah,
of these
yeah,
diseases,
100%.
right?
I don't think any parent would be like, I don't think they go into the doctor's office awaiting that news saying, okay, I want my child to have this. You know,
Exactly,
every
yeah.
parent is hoping that, you know, okay, my child's gonna live a normal, healthy life. You know, so if you can give your child that, I think any parent would be willing to do that.
It
You know,
depends on the risk, though.
yeah.
yeah,
What is because a lot of people die on surgery. A lot of people, or what could happen if you try to alter their brain and try to poke at stuff. And you slip of the hand, the wrong thing gets removed, and
You know,
it really depends on all that.
Yeah,
you have to take
yeah,
all that into factor.
yeah. We didn't take that into consideration, but we're just saying like, let's just say it's a clean.
If it's 100% success rate, then
clean,
I
yeah.
think anybody would take that.
I was going to say a random fact, but I just recently found out that doctors have no idea how anesthesia works.
Really?
What?
Nigga just made it on
They
accident.
just drop.
Yeah, nigga made it on accident. Oh, it's
How?
putting people to sleep.
So they use something
How?
in practice that they don't understand in
Yeah, the
theory?
science behind it is not concrete yet.
Interesting.
People don't know where people go when they go under, like what happens to their brain. They just know that they just don't start using their brain activity the same.
Interesting.
Wow.
So it's
So
just-
you don't even know how it's impacting you.
Yeah, and not to mention too, like it's the biggest cause of death from people who have many surgeries after is
Yeah.
the anesthesia exposure.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, you become very. It kills your immune system the more you do it.
Oh, I thought.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
it's fucked up.
I didn't know
Fucked
that.
up.
Nature.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Yo, we took a conversation that was
Derail.
very shallow. to
Derail.
very,
Very deep.
Very, very deep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
went from comedy to therapy. Comedy to therapy
Honestly, yeah.
to a moral judgment.
Let's put this more on a shallow level.
Yeah. What was the original?
The question
Nah, she
was,
saying- she
would
saying
you
my-
be with a girl who is ugly? No, would you,
No, no, no.
Would you be with a
That was-
girl whose family is ugly? Would that impact your decision to have kids with her?
No,
No, absolutely not, man.
she's fine to me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play my cards.
Okay.
What the hell?
Doesn't matter.
How about you?
I'm not taking her siblings home.
I'm not
Taking her
Hey,
home.
bro, we're going to
What?
1-2 family events a year. That's it.
But you're gonna be taking lookalikes of
Maybe
her
a couple of
siblings.
eat
You
breakfasts.
know?
You're
That's
gonna
it.
see
Yeah,
them,
it's
but
the
outside
1-2.
of that,
It's the 1-2.
this is what you're gonna see every day. I'll take the known.
You think the
people go to
unknown?
their family's crib once a week, twice a week. So
I'm not gonna go to my mother-in-law
Yeah.
twice
as
a
long
week.
as there's love in the crib, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
If they're good to me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Then be hideous.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 100%.
not
I'm not
calling
looking at
nobody's
it every day,
family ugly.
anyways.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you know. As long as what I'm waking up to next to
Yeah,
is fine to me,
Yeah.
I'm okay. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Something
bro.
don't matter.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I agree.
How would
I
you guys
agree.
approach this conversation? If she wanted to have the conversation with the guy, how would you guys approach it?
Would I sit down with the person and tell them that this is not working out because I feel like you got ugly siblings?
Yeah.
I'm not that shallow.
No,
Wouldn't get there. Wouldn't get there.
I'm not
Wouldn't
that
get there
bad.
for me.
I'm
That
not
is
that bad.
because it's not even you're not even talking about the person directly. You know, it's so unfair.
Yeah.
Relationships
out of
between two
bounds.
people. You know,
Yeah.
I can understand if like the family's toxic or something.
Yeah.
And like they're bringing you problems, you know?
Yeah.
Then you can be like, I'm gonna step away because you know, like this whole situation is not good for me.
Yeah,
at
and
all.
it'll bleed into your life too.
Exactly. It affects your life. But you're telling me, I just can't. I see them and I'm just like, I've seen better. Like that's not.
My own kid too.
Yeah.
My own child.
Yo, bro. If your own kid, I swear to God,
I coulda did
I swear
better.
to God, if your kid was ugly, you'd still love your child.
100%.
Doesn't matter.
There's no
100%.
thought that ever
There's
comes to a
never a
parent's
day-
mind that said I could have did better with this kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Their looks.
Damn, I
coulda did better with this.
I should have married so and so, man. Maybe things
Maybe
would
I
have turned out
married that
different.
person.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God.
That'd be a funny thought. Though.
That'd be crazy.
Crazy.
You're like, man, you know what? I did you a disservice, kid.
Looking at it like you're looking at your car, right? Like, oh, maybe I should have got the black
Let
one
me mod,
instead.
yo. Let me
That's what
mod
I'm
this,
saying,
yo.
yeah. These lights aren't that great. You know, let me just upgrade this real quick.
Yo, put my ride, yo. Take the kid, yo.
Bring it back in a week.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's OD, man.
Yo, that's wild, bro.
Nah, this person's
that was
dumbass,
wild, bro.
bro.
Yeah, you brought in an ugly kid, so we decided to put the front and the back.
You know what?
add
We
it
got some
this.
PlayStation 2s for you.
You know?
Damn.
Where's the exhibit when you need them?
Hey, bro.
Yo,
Brand new baby for you.
drop it off right at the front door, bro. That's wild, man. Nah, man, you gotta love what you got, man, and whatever,
100%.
leave it to God, bro. At
That's
the end
what
of
I'm
the
saying,
day,
bro.
you know, you can't be approaching a whole situation like that. What are my kids gonna look like, bro? It is what it is, man. As long as they're healthy,
Call it for love, bro. Whatever happens.
yeah,
So
there's
this
that
consensus is we're general consensus.
100%.
Official.
very shallow,
Yeah.
man.
I don't
very
live like
shallow
that.
person. I'm
Get
not
him
gonna lie.
out of here.
100%.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here, bro.